Hello everyone, I hope everyone is doing good and taking good care of themselves. So today I'm going to talk about signs of a narcissistic daughter, and before I get going, I would request you all to like, share, subscribe the channel, hit the notification bell so you guys are updated whenever I put out a new content. Now let's get going. What are the signs of a narcissistic daughter? So the first question comes in the mind, can a daughter be narcissistic? Can our child be a narcissist? And the answer is yes. The signs are quite clear. But often what happens is that out of love, parents ignore, oh, he's a child, oh, she's a child. Yeah, that's it. And they just, uh, deny all of those signs, and they just, keep it aside. They don't look deep into it. And when these children grow up to be a full-fledged narcissist, then that is like a shock for the parent. What did I do? What went wrong? What did I miss? There must be some mistake in my upbringing. No, a narcissist is a narcissist, and there is no mistake in your upbringing. You are no one to be blamed. So the parents are not to be blamed for a narcissistic child. They are the way how they are. Parents ignore it because it's a child. And mental health issues are not that popular, yeah, and people are not aware of a lot of things. So these things are just pushed aside. Oh, he's a child, he's going to grow up and he's going to change. But no, nothing changes. Instead, things become more toxic, things become more unbearable, and things become more nasty. So yes, parents are not to be blamed, if the child is a narcissist. Parents, just keep loving their children. A healthy parent does that. They keep loving the children and they keep forgiving the mistakes. Oh, he's a child, he's going to grow up. He's just doing it because he's quite possessive. He just needs more attention and love and care. You never know. That child doesn't need attention and care. Instead, that child needs, support of a counselor, mental health care, professional, a therapist. You never know. So watch out for the signs and don't ignore it. So what are the signs? The first sign of a narcissistic daughter is that these narcissistic daughter constantly needs approval and constantly keeps trying to impress the parent. And because of that, she's going to do things with a lot of perfection. She's going to score good grades. Everything that she does is with an intent to impress and get the approval and validation of the parent, yeah, and get those praises from the parent. It's not that she wants to do it for her career. Ideally, a child would do it that, okay, I want to do this, I want to pursue this, I want to study this, and I'm doing it for myself. I have to, build up my career. No, things are very different. These children, especially these narcissistic daughters, they do it to impress either their parent, either their, teacher. They study hard, they score good marks with an idea to get that validation, approval, praise from the parents and from the teachers, so that they see her and they, value her. They see her worth and they, give her all that attention and love and all of that. So yes, these narcissistic daughters are quite needy. They need validation, approval, and they really work hard for it. And they want it. If you don't give them, you never know what comes your way. So sign number 2 is that the advices given by the parents, teachers, and the criticism by the parents and teachers are not taken, in a healthy way by these daughters. As it is, these daughters, these narcissistic daughter feels entitled and superior, and she knows it all. She knows what is right and wrong. From an early age, she knows what is right and wrong, and she has seen the world, and if it's not her way, you're a bad person. So this daughter doesn't hesitate. If the parent criticizes the daughter, or if the teacher criticizes the daughter might not hesitate in saying that, yeah, you don't care for me, I'm not as good as the other student, you don't love me, the way how you love the other sibling. I think you hate me. I think in general you don't like me. So these kids immediately jump to conclusion, and they'll give you that certificate that you hate them, you don't like them compared to the other siblings, compared to the other children. These kids don't hesitate in saying this to their parent and to their teacher. Yeah, ma'am, I know that you don't like me. Ma'am, I know you don't like me the way how you like the other student. There is constant comparison. Yeah, if you don't give in, if you don't do, if you don't validate them, if you don't approve of things what they do, they have this constant conflict inside of their head. And you can see, they can tell you that you hate them, you don't like them. You can hear these kind of words, whereas in reality things could be absolutely different. But that's how it is with these narcissistic daughters. The next sign to observe is that these narcissistic daughters are very jealous of the other sibling. They are going to play victim all the time. Oh, mom, you don't love me, that's why you did not get me this. You got that for my sister, you got that toy for my brother. Well, you don't love me, maybe that's why you don't get me this, get me that. There is constant comparison, playing victim. You love them and you hate me. That's what you're going to hear. So that is how things are with these narcissistic daughter, or the daughters who exhibit and show these signs and traits of narcissism. The next sign to observe is that these narcissistic daughters don't hesitate in taking sides with parent against the other. Yeah, so whoever approves her, or whoever validates her more, or whoever praises her more, she might sideline with that parent, and might stand up with that parent and go against the other parent. These narcissistic daughters might tell their father, dad, I think mom doesn't love you that much. I think if mom would have loved you, you would have been a better person, things would have been different. So these daughters can go to any limit. A lot of these cases, you can observe that these daughters even suffer from Electra complex, and they see their mother as a competition, and they see their mother as a threat. And they might see their father as the only one who they can trust. So they develop a lot of these unhealthy emotional enmeshment, and because of that they really don't know what is right and wrong. Just because mom disapproved, and just because mom didn't say yes to what this daughter wanted, this daughter might begin to hate the mother, and might stand up and foul mouth about the mother to the father, and might stand up with the father and insinuate him that mom is not good, I don't know what is wrong with her. So it's quite toxic, it's quite dysfunctional, but that is how it is. And parents often ignore that. Oh, she's too emotional, maybe she's a kid, she doesn't understand. Once she grows up, things are going to be different and better. No, they become even more toxic, they become more narcissistic. These are just tiny little exhibitions, tiny little traits that you are seeing, which you are just ignoring and denying. Once they grow up, they are going to become experts in tormenting you emotionally, physically, mentally, whatever. The next sign that you can observe with these narcissistic daughters is that they spend a lot of time on social media, either putting a lot of pictures, seeking validation, doing a lot of makeup, overexposing herself in inappropriate ways, just to get that admiration, validation, attention, which she's not getting from the parent. She might go onto social media and seek that, and that's how she balances it out. That's how she compensates the lack of validation which she expects from the mother, but the mother is not giving. Well, social media is there. So these narcissists need a supply. if not you, someone else. So it goes on. The position of a supply is never empty. It's always replaced. If you're not functioning as a good supply, these narcissists don't hesitate and replace it with some other supply. So if the family is not giving that validation, if the family is not giving that approval, that attention, well, social media is there, and I can get all that attention and validation from there. So this is how these narcissists are. The next sign to observe with these narcissistic daughters is that they are very jealous of their mother. And these daughters, they think that their mother is jealous of them. Yeah. So just because they think that their mother is jealous of them, they also become extremely jealous of their mother. Yeah. And the jealousy circles around beauty, education, money, job, youthful looks, dresses, clothing style, you name it and it's there. So these daughters are very jealous of their mother, and it starts with just one instance or situation or scenario where the mother did not approve of something, or where the mother denied something, and that's it. Or when the mother criticized her for something, that's it, the mother is jealous, and this daughter is going to keep on doing weird things to prove that her taste is better than mother, she is superior than mother, or even do things which shows that the mother is extremely jealous. So this daughter might wear torn off clothes and go to dad, that dad, mom is not getting me anything. I saw mom bought a new dress for her, but for me she's not getting it. Dad, can you help me get a new dress? That is how it is. They are manipulative. They are not just tiny little kids with a clear heart, no malice, no bad intent. They have a lot of things going on here. They're very manipulative, and they know how to manipulate because they have it inside of them and they had been using it since childhood. Yeah, so these narcissistic daughters grow up to be narcissistic mothers as well. The next sign to observe with these narcissistic daughters is that these narcissistic daughters are very concerned about their inheritance. They know that money is essential and important, and they won't leave. Instead they would want to take more. They would even foul mouth to the parent about the sibling. Well, she's not listening to you, dad. Why do you have to give her more? You can give us. I'm more needy. I need it more. See, I have been next to you. I have done more things for you, so I deserve more. The situation can be anything. The other daughter might be busy, might be staying in some different country, might have some physical challenges. You never know. But this narcissistic daughter won't hesitate in cutting you off from the entire inheritance and foul mouthing about you. So these daughters, they just find a right time to talk about these inheritance and get everything from the parent. And these daughters might start talking about inheritance even if the parent is not dead. Yeah, even if they have 20-30 years in hand, these daughters might get into such discussions of inheritance as if the parent is going to die the next day. So all what this daughter is concerned about is money, and she wants more. She wants everyone else's, I mean, she doesn't want anyone else or any of her sibling to claim, in the inheritance. She wants it all. Yeah, because she's entitled, she's superior, so she deserves it all. Others, she might say, dad, you can give this much to them, you can give this much to them. Please let them fall terminally ill, let them be on their deathbed, and let the parents decide. Who am I to decide, and who are you to decide? Let the parents decide who they want to give and what they want to give. But these daughters want to get into such discussions much before their parents' death. Yeah, like maybe their parents might have 30-40 years, but these daughters might, what are you going to give me? What are you going to give her? So that means you don't love me, that's why you're giving me less. You love her more, that's why you're giving her more. Anything. These narcissistic daughters can go to any limit, trust me. And that's how things are. Well, in case if you would like to add in something, you're free to comment below, and please like, share, subscribe the channel and hit the notification bell so you guys are updated. Please stay away from toxicity, say no to abuse, and try and stay away from narcissists. Bye.